My name is Eleanor and I am 60 years old. I have spent most of my life quietly navigating the many turns and curves that life threw my way. From the vibrant, carefree days of youth to the steadier, often lonelier years that followed, I have learned that life rarely unfolds exactly as planned. For decades, I was married to Michael, a kind and hard-working man. Our marriage was comfortable but not perfect. We shared a small house in a peaceful neighborhood, and while we weren't wealthy, we had enough to live well. Over time, though, the spark that once made me feel alive seemed to dim. Michael was often busy with work, and I found myself alone more than I liked. I threw myself into community work and gardening, small pleasures that brought me solace. Still, beneath the surface, there was a quiet restlessness, a yearning for something I couldn't quite name. I told myself it was simply the natural course of growing older, that excitement and passion belonged to younger years. One spring evening, after a long day in the garden, Michael and I had a conversation that would change everything. He said he needed to leave, something about a job opportunity across the country that would require him to be away for a few months. The news hit me harder than I expected. I nodded, trying to mask my sadness behind a smile. His departure was quiet. No dramatic goodbyes, just suitcases packed and a hug that lingered longer than usual. I was left standing in the doorway, watching him walk away, wondering if our life together had reached its natural end. In the days and weeks that followed, loneliness crept in like a shadow. The house felt emptier, and the silence was louder. I missed the sound of his footsteps, the way his presence filled the room, even when we barely spoke. But slowly, something unexpected began to happen. I started to rediscover parts of myself that I had forgotten. I returned to old hobbies, dusted off books I had shelved years ago, and even enrolled in a local art class. The first time I picked up a paintbrush again, my hands trembled with nerves and excitement. The colors on the canvas felt like a language I had lost but was now relearning. Neighbors I hadn't spoken to in years began to stop by. We shared stories, laughter, and cups of tea. My days grew fuller, richer, and more vibrant. I found comfort in simple moments: a walk in the park, the scent of blooming flowers, the warmth of a sunny afternoon. One afternoon a letter arrived. It was from Michael. He wrote about how the distance made him realize how much I meant to him, how he missed the quiet moments we shared, and how he hoped we could find a new way forward. The letter wasn't an apology or a promise. It was honest and filled with hope. Our communication grew with handwritten notes and phone calls. We talked about everything and nothing, our hopes, regrets, and dreams. The distance allowed us to see each other anew, not as the people caught in years of routine, but as individuals still capable of growth and change. Months later, Michael returned. Not to the same life we had before, but to a new chapter. We embraced the unknown together, learning to listen, to cherish, and to forgive. Our relationship evolved from companionship to a deeper friendship, built on mutual respect and understanding. Through this journey, I learned that change is not something to fear but to welcome. That endings can lead to beautiful beginnings. That no matter our age, we are never too old to rediscover ourselves and to find joy in life's unexpected turns. As I sit here today, surrounded by my blooming garden and the laughter of new friends, I am grateful for that simple goodbye. It was not an end but a doorway to a richer, fuller life. Life, I have found, is not measured by the years we live but by the moments we truly embrace.